Whether you agree with Marvel or not in terms of where they're going with their stories, it seems like more and more they are continuing to bring forward new projects within the MCU timeline, and the fact that Phase 4, 5, and 6 have to do with the multiverse saga. We are getting post-credit scene after post-credit scene, but seemingly nothing coming of it, like Shang-Chi meeting the Avengers, Hercules and Thor Love and Thunder, and Clea and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. With all of these particular scenes, it seems like nothing would come out of them, but my theory is they will matter once Phase 6 comes closer. Today we will be focusing on both sides of the review spectrum when it comes to Marvel and see if Marvel is really flopping with their movies or not. Between Phase 4 and 5, there were a few differences. Being introduced as the Multiverse Saga, Marvel faced a challenge with introducing the Multiverse Saga and making sure every project and movie they were going to release connected in some way. With Phase 4, we saw projects including Black Widow, which we all know what happened with that one, with Scarlett Johansson attempting to sue Disney for going behind her back and releasing her film on Disney Plus aside from a theatrical release. And we also saw Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings that kinda tied into Iron Man. Then we saw Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange 2, Thor Love and Thunder, and Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Now there was a fair amount of reasons this phase did really well in my opinion. For starters, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings introduced us to a new hero. Black Widow was taking place before she sacrificed herself in Avengers Endgame, so audience members got a chance to see her once more. Eternals was a bit of a flop, scoring very low in rankings at 342 worldwide, with the majority of Marvel's projects from Phase 4 scoring above 100. Nonetheless, even with a budget of about $200 million per project, when you look at box office numbers per project from the budget, the films averaged about $700 million in revenue for Marvel, excluding Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, that almost brought in about $2 billion in the box office, still gaining $1.7 billion in revenue.
This November, Phase 4 comes to a close with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. If Black Panther is the end of Phase 4, what in the heck is Phase 5?
And when we look at Phase 5 and what Marvel had to introduce us to, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Marvels, Deadpool 3, Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Blade are all the things we can look forward to between now and early 2025. And we also can't forget about the television series that they decided to put out, Secret Invasion, Loki, Echo, and Ironheart, to name a few. And even with the two movies that we can look at, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Guardians of the Galaxy 3, with the same amount of money that they put into making it as the previous projects we looked at, together, they still made Marvel over $800 million. If you pay attention to the reviews and scores, they seem relatively low for numbers like this. But when you look at the bigger picture and look at how much money is being given to these projects, it's still a large amount. As when you look at the whole picture, those who go to the theater and buy a movie ticket don't necessarily have to like the movie, but the money was still given to the movie regardless. This is how I think the films are still getting tons of money, because of people's hopes and what they are expecting when going in.
Phase 4 was huge, 50 hours of content, movies, shows. First time you've done that together. What were some of the lessons you learned from these past, 9 shows, 7 movies?
Well, I think we learned something on every project we do.
Lastly, we can look at Phase 6 and at least what we know about it so far. Even though it would seem like Marvel is pushing out more and more projects recently, although that might be true, it's still earning them revenue nonetheless. In 2025, we can look forward to Fantastic Four and 2 new Avengers films, The Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And even though it seems like the release dates are far out, they are actually already filming. The start of the 2023 Writers Guild of America strike in May 2023 was not expected to impact the MCU projects and production, or preparing to begin production at that time, namely Fantastic Four, with Marvel Studios reportedly planning to shoot what they could during principal photography and make any necessary writing adjustments during each project's already scheduled reshoots. In June, Disney delayed Fantastic Four to May 2nd, 2025, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty to May 1st, 2026, and Avengers: Secret Wars to May 7th, 2027, in part due to the writer's strike and Disney's intentions to improve the quality of MCU content from writing through post-production after disappointing reception and lower post-COVID pandemic box office earnings. According to them, we can also add that these aren't the only films that we will be seeing in these years. Likely to keep the stories under wraps, Marvel Studios has 3 unannounced films set for February 13th, July 24th, and November 6th, 2026. But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What are your thoughts on all of this, and what is your opinion about the upcoming projects, and what are you most likely looking forward to? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.